Assalamualaikum. Today we're gonna present about exploring the benefits of transportation usage in UiTM Sabah for subject STA 104. This presentation is provided for Madam Noralia binti Jazuli Wilaksono. This is my group member. First, William Smith Johannes. Second, it's me, Norazam bin Nawir. And the third is Muhammad Aiman Zulakim bin Zulkifli. Okay, this is the introduction of this slide. Transportation from ancient times to today is vital for societies. It helps people and goods move around, making communities more connected and accessible. Throughout history, there have been big changes in transportation, like the inventions of the wheel and the rise of motor vehicles during the Industrial Revolution. Nowadays, many countries like Malaysia focus on eco-friendly transportation to reduce traffic and pollution. For students, transportation is crucial for getting to school and accessing opportunities like at UiTM. It makes their lives easier and opens up more chance for learning and growth. For the objective of this slide is to determine the usage of transportation among students in daily life. Second is to identify the most used transportation among students in UiTM Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. And the third is to analyze the efficiency of transportation among UiTM's Kota Kinabalu, Sabah. For the sampling technique, basically we pick a sample of people who combine to data. Example, UiTM student. Second is we able to monitor carefully. And the third is the selection are left family to us. And last, they no cost and save time. Example is Google Form. So for the data collection method, we do internet survey for the UiTM student, and then we create Google Form to collect our data and send it to WhatsApp group.
Okay, for our first question is the age respondent. The age between 18 to 20, we have collected 84% that answering our survey. Age between 21 and 25 has 60% that answering. Meanwhile, age between 26 to 30 has 0%. Question number 2, we have for our second question is we ask for the gender. For the gender, we get 50% for male to our survey, and female respondent as we get 48%. Meanwhile, we have there are students as non-binary gender 1%. Okay, for our third question is for faculty response survey. We get 12% for faculty accountancy. Faculty of public administration has 4%. Faculty of plantation and agrotechnology we get 28%. Faculty of applied science has 24%. Faculty of business and management has 24%, and the last faculty of hotel and tourism management we get has 8% answer for our survey. Okay, for next question is to respondent semester. For semester 1 we get 1%, which is 22.1%, and for the semester 3 we get 3 students to answer our survey, which is 6.4%, and for the fourth semester is we get 42 students, which is 89.4%, and the last is semester 5 we get 1 student, which is 2.1%. Okay, we move for next respondent, which is respondent resident. The chart part show the Mabul resident get 28%, Mantanani 14%, Manukan 42%, and non-resident 60%. Okay, for this respondent answer of our survey is what the type of transportation did student use to go study. Okay, first, on the pie chart show bus. For student use bus get 36%. Meanwhile, car get 30% and walking get 34%.
So next question is about respondent answer on mostly transportation that they use. Okay, so for the first one is bus. So student has answer bus on about 28%. Meanwhile, car, the answer has reached to 36%. And motorcycle, they did not choose it as their transportation that they used to go to class. And next is walking, they are 34% answer that student choose. And lastly is van, which is 2% that students has answer. Okay, so next question is about respondents answer on cost for using transportation in a day. Okay, so basically for 1 ringgit until 5 ringgit, student has answered until 76%, and for 5 ringgit until 10 ringgit, student has answered until 18%, and lastly is 15 until 20, which is 6% choose it as the answer, and 20 and above they didn't answer it at all. So next is the respondent answer, the important that needed for students. Okay, this question is about did students think that transportation usage is really needed for students? So most of the students, which is they are 94%, has answered yes. Meanwhile, they are 4% students has answered no, and there are 2% that students that answer yes. It's because if the student is live far from the university. Okay, so last is about the respondent answer, if the transportation usage is needed for students to go to class earlier. So most student has answer yes, and it has 94% of students that answer yes. Meanwhile, there are 6% of students that answer no. Okay, so last is about the respondent answer, if the transportation usage is needed for students to go to class earlier. So most students has answer yes, and it has 94% of students that answer yes. Meanwhile, there are 6% of students that answer no. So that's all from us. Thank you and goodbye.